going on, Central Unit? It's the Central Man here, so back again with another classic WCW pay-per-view review. So this time going to review WCW World War III 1995 at the Norfolk Scope in Norfolk, Virginia on the 26th of November 1995. The attendance for the show was 12,000 and the buy rate for World War III 95 is a 90,000 pay-per-view buys. This is first of 4 World War III shows in WCW history between 95 until 1998, and in the final 2 years of WCW's existence they do the final 2 mayhems between 99 and 2000. This is basically their version of the Royal Rumble. This show is memorable for the 60-man Battle Royal. Winner becomes the new WCW World Champion. Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary. The first match to kick off World War III 1995, we got Johnny B. Bad defending the WCW Television Championship against Diamond Dallas Page. The TV tower is not just on the line. Winner gets the manageable service of the Diamond Doll Kimberly. So at the previous month's pay-per-view Halloween Havoc, Johnny B. Bad defeat DDP for the TV Championship. DDP throughout the summer has treated the Diamond Doll Kimberly like shit because Kimberly cost DDP the arm wrestling match against Dave Sullivan at the Great American Bash 1995. So far Kimberly is DDP's scorecard girl. It's basically raising up scorecards. The match was good. You know, it was a good opener. Johnny B. Bad and DDP, they had just got good chemistry. It was back and forth. Like one more match, Johnny B. Bad hit DDP with a clothesline, and also Kimberly give Johnny B. Bad a 10+. In the end, Johnny B. Bad hit, I think it was a springboard leg drop onto DDP to win this match and retain the television championship. And also, he also gets the manageable service of the Diamond Doll Kimberly. So this is basically the officially end of the relationship between DDP and the Diamond Doll Kimberly. You know, they're a real life couple. I think they're a real life husband and wife. They've been married since 1981. Yeah, they got divorced 10 years later, but this was the end of their relationship. If I was booking it, I'd rather have Kimberly basically cost DDP the match, or even slapping him, in the process, to confirm the end of the relationship between DDP and Kimberly. Unfortunately, the relationship between Johnny B. Bad and Kimberly ended in the first half of 1996, really in the early months of 1996, because Johnny B. Bad left the company and go to WCW with his real wife, Sable. So it's just what it is. I don't want to get into it. That's another story for another time. Next match, we got Big Bubba Rogers, that's the formerly known as Big Boss Man, taking on Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a tape fist match. It's basically a last man standing match. Match sucked. It's basically 2 opponents really wrapping their hands with tape and pushing each other. It was boring. They had like 1 or 2 moves, but it's mostly just punch, punch, punch the whole match. In the end, you had Michael Wall Street, or VK Wall Street, the formerly known as IRS in WWF, trying to interfere. Hacksaw Jim Duggan hit VK Wall Street with the 2x4. In the end, Big Bubba hit Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a chain to win this match. Yeah, this is not a good match. And it's just the worst last man standing match I ever saw. I see better last man standing matches in the past, but this is not good. 10 minutes, man. Oh boy. The next match, we got a women's tag team match. We got Mayumi Ozaki and Kute Suzuki taking on the team of Bull Nakano and Akira Hokuto. By the way, at this point, WCW was in this working relationship. I'm guessing it's New Japan Pro Wrestling or All Japan. I think it was a bit of both. New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Japan Pro Wrestling. I've done my research on Bull Nakano. She was a big star in Japan in the Joshi scene. She previously worked in America with the WWF. I think she was a former women's champion. She was feuding with Alundra Blaze, the former Medusa in WCW. She got fired from the company for basically possession of drugs. I think it was cocaine. Not much about the other three women. I think they're over in the Japanese scene. I don't want to get into it. That's another story for another time. Anyway, the match was good. It was a decent, good match. It was back and forth between both tag teams. In the end, Nakano and Akira Hokuto won this match. Nakano's built like she's not really jacked. She was a big fucking woman. And also, she also feuded with Bertha Faye in the WWF. That was in the early 90s. Anyway, Nakano hit like a leg drop off the top rope. I think it was on Azaki or Suzuki to win this match. And before that, I think Azaki and Suzuki, or I think it's Nakano and Hokuto. One of them hit like the Doomsday. The next match is for the WCW United States Championship. Kensuke Sasaki, with Sonny Ono in his corner, defended the belt against Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit is now part of the Horsemen, and Sasaki is the United States Champion. I've done my research. I thought Sting was the United States Champion because he was the champion since the summer because he won the belt at the Great American Bash. I've done my research. 2 weeks before the show, Sting dropped the United States title to Sasaki in a show in Japan. That's the reason why Sasaki entered World War III 1995 as the US champion. Anyway, the match was good. It was okay for what it is. It wasn't like bad, but it's a little bit boring, but it wasn't like a fantastic match. It was an okay match, it was a good technical style match between Benoit and Sasaki. I feel like one more of the match, Benoit did his traditional flying headbutts. And I think at one more of the match, Sasaki locked Benoit in this type of armbar. Benoit reached the ropes. In the end, Sasaki hits Benoit with a clothesline and followed up with a brainbuster to win this match and retain the United States Championship. Unfortunately, Sasaki dropped the United States title the following month at Starrcade in a dark match against the one-man gang. I don't want to get into it. Next match, we got Macho Man Randy Savage taking on the Total Package Lex Luger. Luger turned heel the previous month at Halloween Havoc to join the Dungeon of Doom. 2 weeks before the show, Luger injured the arm of Randy Savage after his match with Ming. Savage's arm is bandaged up for this match. The match sucked. Luger locked Savage in the torture rack. Outside the ring, he nearly got himself counted out. He brings Savage back in the ring, locked in an armbar while Savage is passed out to win this match, and then Sting came along, just basically took him out with it. He let go of the armbar and left. Next match, we got Ric Flair versus Sting. At the previous month's pay-per-view, Halloween Havoc 95, Ric Flair turned his back on Sting in a tag team match between him and Sting, taking on Brian Pillman and Arn Anderson. This was the result of the reformation of the Four Horsemen. Yeah, they added Chris Benoit in the process. So 2 weeks after the pay-per-view, they had a match on Nitro that Sting got the victory. So this is the rematch from the Nitro from 2 weeks ago. Anyway, they had better matches in the past. It was good because they've been feuding since the late 80s. Anyway, so Sting got the victory. He locked in the Scorpion Deathlock onto Flair to win this match. And basically this was the end of the rivalry between Sting versus Flair for probably since the end of the WCW's existence until their final match on Nitro in 2001. Moving on to the main event. The main event, we got a 3-ring, 60-man battle royal for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. So here's the backstory. The Giant won the title from Hulk Hogan at Halloween Havoc the previous month. 2 weeks later on Nitro, WCW stripped the Giant off the WCW World Heavyweight Championship because of the controversial ending at Halloween Havoc. So this set up this pay-per-view and this match on this show. This match sucked, and the rest of these matches at the rest of these World War III shows, they never end up to be that good. I'll give WCW some props and credit. Trying to be more like their version of the Royal Rumble. It's a fucking mess. It's overkilling. It's okay doing like a normal battle royal with one ring, but 3 rings? It's just like you miss crucial eliminations. And I feel like in this match, some of these wrestlers got injured. I don't want to get into it. It's just like, it's boring. 30 minutes I watched this battle royal. You know, battle royals in pro wrestling, sometimes it could be a hit or miss. This is a miss. In the end, Randy Savage was the last man standing and become the new WCW World Heavyweight Champion. First of three. Hogan got pissed off because he never got eliminated. And it's kind of true. Hogan never got eliminated. Hogan basically teased. They're about to tease this rivalry between Savage and Hogan. You know, WrestleMania 5 rematch for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Unfortunately, you're not going to see that until the following year's Halloween Havoc show. You know, when Hogan is the heel, Savage is the babyface. Savage winning the belt is really a good decision because he haven't won the world title since his final days in the WWF in 1992 when he won the title from Ric Flair. Unfortunately, Savage's first reign only lasted 1 month because he dropped the world title belt to Ric Flair at Starrcade, and really late 95 and early 96 the world titles between Ric Flair and Randy Savage basically hot potatoed the belt. You know, Flair win the title at Starrcade, Savage win the title back on Nitro 1 month, really in January of 1996, and then Flair will win the title again a couple weeks later at Super Bowl in February. So anyway, my final rating for WCW World War III 1995, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's a tale of two tapes. You know, there were a lot of good, but you got some bad. The only match in the middle for me has to be Sasaki versus Benoit. It's just a standard match, like I said. There are a lot of good. There was some bad on the show, like Big Bubba versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Savage versus Luger, and the main event, the 60-man free-ring battle royal. On the other hand, there were a lot of good, like Johnny B. Bad versus DDP for the TV title, Ric Flair versus Sting, and the tag team match between Osaki and Suzuki taking on Nakano and Hokuto. So, hope you enjoyed my review of WCW World War III 1995. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash the like button, and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Next up, we're in December. This is Starrcade month. Let's review some classic Starrcade. So, a month ago I reviewed Survivor Series 1987, the very first Survivor Series. So let's go into the NWA side, the Jane Crockett promotion side. So the next time I'm going to review Starrcade 1987. This is Essential Man officially signing out. Check you later.